Chill. What
Chill,
word did you just
motherfucker.
use?
What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It is Monday, July 31st, 2023, and this is another live edition of Steve's Kitchen here on the Around the Point Network YouTube channel and as well over on our Twitch channel as well. Tomorrow, as we know it, it's going to be August, and I'm going to be honest with a lot of you guys. I am excited. I've always said I prefer the fall weather. Granted, still August, still summertime, but still, summer sort of ending, if you get what I'm saying. But nonetheless, guys, hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. It's a lot to get into. What is going on? I am that Peruvian Fight TV extraordinaire. I am Steve. And you're joined by the good brother, the man for the mean streets of Bridgeport, Connecticut, the one, the only Walter. What's going on, bro?
What's going on? I'm glad to be in the kitchen. I'm a little hungry, so it makes sense for me to be here. No snack. I'm gonna wait till after the show, like professional, and eat. First, we gotta cook some stuff up. We gotta talk about.
Well, I'm glad you said that because early today,
okay,
entire morning, bro. While you were gone, while you were out, bro, and Mike was also MIA for a bit. I had to hold it down, bro. We got fish. We got fish that came in. Today I decided to do a little Peruvian themed, little ceviche, a little tiradito. You know what tiradito is, right?
Tiradito? No.
It's like an upscale ceviche almost, but it's like sashimi with lime juice. It's pretty good too, man.
Never had that shit.
Yeah, we did some of that. I'm also implementing a little
2
fusion.
seconds. You're talking about food.
We're doing a fusion today of Peruvian Japanese.
Steve's Kitchen.
We call it Nikkei.
Talking about food.
And of course, we're joined here by the pride of Detroit, the ATP UK champion, Big Mike. What's going on, Big Mike? Oh, I thought Big Mike might do the move. Like,
I don't do that crap.
What's going on, Big Mike? How are you, man?
I'm fine.
That's wonderful, man. It's wonderful. Like I said, guys, a lot to get into today, a lot to break down, a lot that went down over the weekend. So let's get into this, shall we? Again, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up, share it through social media, hit that bell notification. You'll be notified whenever we go live here on the channel. And also, if you're feeling generous, if we would really appreciate it if you'd like to. Leave us a super chat. It can also it does help the channel grow, and it also makes sure that your comment is read on the show as well. Walty. I know this past week, over the weekend, you made Tony happy once again. You made Tony Khan excited, bro. Like last week, you and I were at the Prudential Center for AEW Collision Saturday, and now here you are. A couple of days ago, you went to Hartford for another episode of Collision. And I heard when Tony saw you, man, Tony gave you the upgrade, huh? Tony gave you the early entrance. He gave you nachos with cheese, right? And all that stuff.
No. Early entrance because I didn't come early. I came.
Whoa. Oh, man. Come on. Let him slide with that.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
Anyway. You want to have a chug off, Steve? You want to have a chug off?
Oh, no chug offs.
You want to have a chug off?
We're going to have chug offs.
Let's go.
Chug off.
Oh.
Not me, brother.
pissing all over the place.
Oh Jesus! But yeah, Collision. It was, in all seriousness, it was another fun episode, for another fun experience. That's why I went. It was not that far from me either, so I was like, "Fuck it." The car looks good. My brother was off. I'm like, "Oh, we might as well go." And I did the same thing we did last week. Got Peruvian food before the show, so it made perfect sense. And
what you have, bro? What did you have?
I showed you. Didn't you see?
Oh yeah, you had the green.
This is the second time you forgot. Come on, man.
I'll be honest. You want to know something?
That's what. That was at a Peruvian spot. That steak and pesto pasta.
Huh? Yeah, it's Italian inspired, right?
It's basically basil. Yeah, it's Italian inspired, but it's mostly known as taína verdes. I'll be honest. Yeah. Growing up Peruvian, I never liked taína verdes.
Oh man, you in the mud.
No, don't get me wrong. I make it at home, but I make it in my own way. I do a little gourmet. I try to gourmet it. And I once gave it to my mom, and my mom was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, she didn't say that. I'm like, she didn't say it. Like, she didn't say it.
Modified a meal.
So basically,
she was looking that way.
So I grabbed a carving fork. I grabbed a big ass carving fork, and I did like the little pasta with the little mountain, right? Like those hills of pasta right on the plate. And then I grabbed a piece of steak, and I put it on a plate on the side. And then I shredded Parmesan cheese, like these little thins, right? Like this almost thin. And I put them on the pot with a little olive oil. I get my mom look at me like, "What's this?" I'm like, "It's my representation of taína verdes." She looked at me, she ate it, like, "Oh, it's great and all," but it's like if you start this in Peru, you're gonna get, you're in trouble, basically. But that's no here or there.
Over a meal. Don't care how it tastes.
Nah, but it's presentation. I mean, there's certain Peruvian dishes that you just can't gourmet. You can't upscale. You can't. But Walter, it's not traditional. Yes, not traditional. You'll find out. You'll see, Big Mike.
How will he see?
There's a Peruvian restaurant in my city.
Or in Peru,
that's back in Peru. They make fun of you for that. Not anywhere else.
Yeah, granted. Yeah, you'll see. You'll see, Big Mike. You're gonna love it, man.
Wait, you really want to go to Peruvian restaurant in Detroit, Steve? I thought you were trolling.
I'm dead. That's about. I want to see what the scene's out there, bro. I mean, listen, if it was up to me, dude, if I had my
this gonna be my third straight week going to different. I don't know. Well, Connecticut's my home. I'll say this is the second different state I'll be eating Peruvian food.
Well, Jersey's like me. Come on, Jersey.
It's the same thing as Connecticut.
Jersey, Connecticut, Detroit. It's all the same stuff, ain't it?
Chicago.
No, but I'm saying it's still different experiences. New York, eating through different states. Yes, I've been in New York. So I've been in all three states. I mean, I've done that. But now
Florida,
Detroit would be the fourth different state.
Florida.
Oh, you're right. Florida, I've been Peruvian food.
Virginia.
Michigan will be the fifth different state. I've never been to Virginia like that. So this will be the fifth different state.
If we were doing all out in Chicago, there's a spot in Chicago. It's a Michelin star restaurant. My brother goes there once a month.
Oh, it's expensive. I can't afford that, brother.
No, but they also have good rooftop parties.
So that's for next year, then.
But I know. So the thing is, though,
we'll plan that next year. Yeah, we'll do Philly and Chicago. Philly top of the year, Chicago end of the year.
Well, one at a time. We'll get to
time for Stevens one at a time. That's
his pocket started screaming. I can't take it anymore. Stop me.
It's like that Rihanna song. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. You know what I mean? J Mac writes here. Was on vacation from last week, so I didn't watch some of the show. It's okay, brother. At least you're here now.
Hey, man, we all need one of those.
I'm on vacation this week from work. I'm on vacation. So
yeah, but you're still watching wrestling.
I know. I mean, here's the thing.
In the mud.
You're the thing, all right? I don't view this as a job, though. There's a lot of people who view this that we're doing as a job, and I get it.
I'd be terrible right now. I'm multitasking right now.
And I'll be honest, if I ever made this my job, I'd hate myself. I would hate doing this. And I tell this to all. No. The moment you make this a job and you got to force yourself to get up and do this and all this other stuff, I couldn't do it. Maybe in my early 20s.
Clock, I tell you that.
Don't get me wrong. No, I get that. But me, I have no problem. Because, again, my job, bro, is from, 4 a.m. to 10 in the morning. Then I have the whole day to myself. That's basically my job.
Must be nice.
I mean, yes. I mean, granted, I'm outside, especially when it's wintertime and stuff. But other than that, I don't view this as a job. If I did, bro, I'd have gray hairs by now. I'd be, just stuck at home all day. I just couldn't do it. And granted, this doesn't give us, 401k or retirement plan, health benefits.
We're not that advanced yet. Come on.
And but still, that would be the only time. Because people ask before, would you ever make this your job? I'm like, no.
Nah, wrestling is tough to do that.
No, just YouTube.
You have to be in the business.
No. Just YouTube. Just YouTube in general.
Well, but still,
just look at all the top guys that's on top. They're in the business. Salamonster, JD.
They got connections.
They got connections. What Seahawk? All these guys. Will Washington.
And hook up with seats too. Comp tickets too.
They're in the business. Of course.
Exactly.
So once you're in the business, then you can make it your job.
SummerSlam is this weekend. Yes, it is. Yes, we can't wait. This coming Friday, myself and Walter will infiltrate Detroit. I'm sorry, we'll head over to Detroit.
What word were you using?
We're gonna infiltrate.
We're invading. We're like Android 18 and 17 almost. Oh, my bad. 19 and 20, if you will. NXT was a decent show which we'll get into in a little bit as well.
I thought it was a good show.
That was a really good one,
decent. I thought it was a good
so I'll tell you what. Do you guys, Walter? Would you guys want to talk about Collision real quick first? Or do you guys want to talk about NXT right now?
It's whatever.
You guys can talk about Collision. I didn't watch it.
So. You can talk NXT first. I think that's more recent. So
yeah, let's get that out of the way. Last night was NXT Great American Bash, live from the HEB Center, I think it's called. That's the name of the building.
It is a Texas grocery store, HEB.
Yes, I learned that literally only moments ago because I was wondering, like, what is this place, right? Like, and all that stuff. It
was in Texas, right?
Been to. I think I went to one HEB when I was in Houston.
I have never been to one. I love though, as someone who I will say this, as someone who used to work in retail, I love that there's a supermarket that has an arena of some capacity. Good for them, good for them. ShopRite, step up, god damn it.
Yeah, right.
I'll be honest with you. I love that they're, again, for these PLEs, they're outside of Florida. I love just the reception that the audience gave the wrestlers last night. To think where they were 2 years ago, right, when they became 2.0 and they were just developmental, right, just straight up developmental. No one gave them a chance. Nobody gave them a chance. And I said at the time, NXT was my guilty pleasure. It was my guilty pleasure. And they've come a long way. They have come a long way, which I'm happy for. And I thought overall it was a very, very entertaining show. Yes, there were some hiccups here and there, but other than that, overall, I enjoyed myself watching the show. Gentlemen, what about you guys? What the fuck? Gentlemen, take it away.
Walter, you can go first.
Yeah, overall, I thought this was a fun watch. It didn't feel long. It actually felt. That's what I love about the takeover shows, or whatever you want to call them, premium live events. They go by quick. They're not a drag, so it's easy to watch, even through the rough patches. I thought, it was a fun show overall, and I thought it was some good moments. The main event killed it. I have no complaints about it. So it's a good show.
Big Mike, what about you?
Yeah, man. It's like what you were saying earlier, it's good to see them, their journey from 2.0 to now. It's like a team rebuilding, they rebuild the talent, they rebuild even the freaking structure. They went from the colorfulness of 2.0 back to sort of kind of black and gold or orange and white if you want to call it that. And the show last night is a good representation. The show last night is a good representation of how far they came.
Yes,
With
it
a
is.
banger main event, you got stars that people know, that they can rattle off the top of their head that they see week in and week out. If you do watch NXT television, and the show last night, really good, really good.
Exactly. So let's get into this, right? Let's get into the show here. Guys, let us know in the chat what was your match of the night and all that stuff as well. Um, so this match became a match that was on the pre-show. Nathan Frazier, Yulisa Leon, Valentina Feroz versus and Dragon Lee versus the metaphor of Noam Dar, Jakara Jackson, Lash Legend, and Oro Mensah. I did not get to watch this match.
Me neither.
I totally forgot. Listen, I thought it would be on the main card, like the way they made it seem. They didn't mention pre-show,
Me too.
but I'm fine with that. I was fine with it. To my understanding, the team of Nathan Frazier, Yulisa, by the way, Nathan Frazier, who is the NXT Heritage Cup champion. Basically his team won. Himself, Yulisa Leon, Valentina Feroz, and Dragon Lee. I'll be honest. I think from here, we got to get Dragon Lee into the singles run. I'm not saying he has to be the world champion by no means at all, but let him have some banger matches on by himself. I did like, was it on TV a couple of days ago? He did have that little interaction with Dominic backstage. Was it last night or 2 nights? A couple
It was
nights
last
ago.
night.
Yeah, it was last night.
Last
There you
night.
go. Last night. So I hope
Yeah.
that's the direction they go into, but we'll see how that goes. Gentlemen, let's get into the main card. I'm guaranteed you both did not get to watch the kickoff match, right?
I
Right.
did
Let's
not.
hop into.
Yeah, let's hit to the so we kick off with the NXT tag team title match between the family of Tony D'Angelo and Stacks, and the underboss Stacks versus Gallus of Wolfgang and um Mark Coffey. Overall, I thought this was a very good way to kick off the show. I did love how they handicapped Stacks from tagging in Tony D in moments of the match. So that when Tony D finally tagged in, oh my God, it's a big deal, right? I'll be
Yeah.
honest, going into this, I said that, Gallows we're gonna retain, right? And I was happy to know that I was wrong. When it was all said and done, we got new NXT tag team champions in the family of Tony D and Stacks Lorenzo. I'll be honest, I was expecting Stacks to turn on Tony D. When the whole buildup began, like I'm waiting for it, it's happening, right? But I'm happy that they, refused to do that, and now this is the result that we have. Tony D's first championship in the Fed. I'm happy for the guys. Big Mike, your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, man. I thought it was a good opener. I love the family. I love Stacks. I love Tony D. Tony D's my guy. I love the attire. He has the jailbird number orange, jumpsuit sort of kind of going on in the match. Still repping his little number that he was in prison with. Um, I love the nuances in the match. I love that one spot towards the finish where uh, I believe it was Tony D doing a single arm drag over the top rope with Stacks. He grabbed him by the arm and just tossed him over the dang rope to do a dive, and it was an amazing sight for the finish. And yeah, first championship gold for Tony D and Stacks. Don't know what took so long. I thought he was going to be at least a singles champion before he's a tag team champion, but I'm glad they didn't break up the team. I'm glad it was a swerve and all that good stuff, and thought it was a good opener. Way to get the crowd hot. Walter, what about you?
I thought the tag team, yeah, this was a solid way to open the show. I'm glad the right people did go over. I mean, I'm not really, I don't know. I don't see. I'm not saying Gallus is trash, but I'm just not like the clip we got with Roman, just not feeling it. So, it's about damn time. It's about damn time. I know Steve's gonna try to find the.
I'm not feeling it.
I'm not feeling them. So I think they did the right choice giving it to D'Angelo and Stacks, and no, I'm glad no betrayal or anything like that because I felt like those segments were entertaining as hell. And yeah, Gals did their part in there too, but Tony D, he's a guy you want to feature a lot more. And I think to finally give him a title, yeah, it's a tag title, but hey, it works out because you've been featuring Stacks a lot more too. Like he's credible enough to be his partner. And so it makes sense how all that came along. And I thought overall that the match was good because of what happened at the end. And yeah, it made sense for them to win the tag title. I didn't see them going to the main roster anytime soon. So I think the right guys won.
I feel like right now NXT you still need some bodies that are known. And at this point, Tony D became that. And I think right now, if you bring him up, and again, I'm not saying that the roster is going to go down in the mud because I feel like they still have some names. They still have a Wesley, you still have a Dragon Lee. Oh my God, they're both their last names are Lee. What the hell? Carmelo Hayes, who's probably on his way up. Who knows, right? With Trick. You still have Ilya. So again, there's so many ways you can go around this, but we'll see how that goes. But again, I'm happy for Tony D. I'm happy for Stacks. New tag team champion, so good on them. So after this, we got Roxanne Perez versus Blair Davenport in a weapons wild match. Can we give Roxanne Perez's little sister an Emmy? That little girl deserves an Emmy award for the way she was just selling the fact that, oh my God, this woman is beating up her older sister. And everyone, again, we all have, I'm sure a lot of us have little siblings or little cousins, right, that get emotionally affected when their older sibling gets beat up or something. You don't like seeing it, right? So again, I thought that was great. Reminded me of Izzy many years ago from NXT, the Bailey superfan.
Not as good as Izzy, but it's an analogy.
Yes. Overall, I thought the match was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I love just the back and forth. Again, like I mentioned before, Blair Davenport beating up Roxanne in front of her mom and in front of her sister. Blair Davenport coming in through the crowd in a hoodie. But again, just a good back and forth. And when it was all said and done, Roxanne Perez finally got it done with the pop rocks, I believe, into a stack of chairs. And she finally got her win.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. Walter, what about you, bro?
Yeah, I thought these two did a fine job. The gimmick was interesting, like the stipulation of this match. They didn't use a whole bunch of weapons. I mean, I kind of predicted it wasn't gonna be like that, but they play their part. 6 weapons. No, oh wait, no. I think Roman said they did use 7. But he's counted steel steps. I don't count that. I'm sorry. 6 weapons they use. And that's still a lot, I guess. But I thought these two did, like I said, fine. It felt like a not a blood feud, but like there was a personal rivalry. So it made the match a little better, and we saw the background and all that. And, Roxanne, she I didn't even realize, like I said, I just literally tonight I found out they were in Texas. That night, last night I found out they were in Texas. I'm like, oh, Roxanne's from Texas. Fuck. So I forgot what I was saying. Roxanne, it usually with the family involved, like the family on the ringside, that means she's gonna lose. But I guess they proved my ass wrong. They had her win, and it makes sense because I guess she's still gonna stay for a while, and Tiffany does need some challengers. I think she'll be next in line now after this win.
Yeah, I would think so too. I would think from here, you know what, Roxanne gets her belt back. or tries to, or attempts to. Big Mike, your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I thought this match was. I mean, it was neat to see how it started. Roxanne, going to her family in her entrance, and some goof with a skull. Remember those hoodies back in the day where you zip it all the way up and it's a skull face or whatever.
I owned a hoodie like that before. I
wanted one so bad, but I couldn't afford it because they were very expensive. But yeah, but it was Blair Davenport, and that's how they kick off the match. And all the different weapons used, you didn't think it was gonna be. They should have used at least one more. They used 6 different weapons. They should have used 7. I mean, it would have helped me out.
Yeah, that's what I'm
nonetheless. Yeah.
We'll digress on that.
No, I think he said they did use 7.
He said they did use 7?
He reviewed it and he said that they went. Well, he's accounting the steel steps. I don't count that.
Well, yeah, because how you can use the steps because they had a table, ladders, chairs, and stairs match. Those are weapons.
That was the worst match ever. The stairs.
Yeah,
match.
those are weapons. But yeah, I mean, I didn't see Roxanne losing this. Even her being like getting the top advantage in the segments on NXT with the convenience store brawl and all that type of stuff. Her being a little more edgier instead of bubbly. I've seen her, going over in the match. Blair Davenport and whoever, Tiffany Stratton, Blair Davenport. No, it's not going to sell you anything. It's going to be Roxanne and Tiffany Stratton. So that was a right decision right there as well.
Yes. Chris LeClaire writes here. Roxanne Perez is 2-0 in Weapons Wild matches.
Which one she had before that?
Wasn't it with Cora Jade?
Let's find out here, shall we? Roxanne Perez.
When they was doing the whole best friend storyline.
Let's find out, shall we? Or Davenport. I would think so, yeah. I mean, I don't know against Cora Jade. Yeah, Cora Jade.
Yeah, that's the only one I can remember.
Halloween, I believe it was Halloween Havoc. But didn't Cora Jade win that match though?
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know. Does it say that she won?
No, because didn't she fall off the scaffold and she lost that way?
I forgot, dude. It felt like it's been such a long time and it really hasn't. But again, man, congrats on Roxanne Perez. Now it's time for her to get her belt back, or attempt to. From there, we go to Gable Steveson versus Baron Corbin, which brings me to Frantic Worlds. Is Gable Steveson in the mud for you guys?
The mud.
Now,
I wouldn't say he's in the mud.
Now, if you're gonna say he's in the mud because of what happened in the past,
yeah,
yes, absolutely. Now, if you guys are gonna sit here now, listen, I've seen a lot of people.
Wow, what happened in the past?
We're not gonna go there.
We're not gonna go there.
We're not going there.
In the mud.
We're just not gonna go there. I'm sorry, Walter. Respectfully.
Fine.
You know why?
Fine.
So, look, I'm not going to sit here and give this guy a difficult time here. I'm not. I understand, this is a guy who signed to the Fed, was it 2 years ago or so? A year and a half ago, whatever it was, right? They gave this guy, they gave him moments on WrestleMania, right? They put him on the Raw brand, never showed up. You got to remember, this is his first match. I don't expect him in his first match to be Okada. I don't expect him to be Okada in his first match. I'm not saying that he's going to be there. Who knows, right? I just feel like he was nervous for the first time, your first pro match. Granted, they were cheering for Baron Corbin. I'm trying to be nice about this. Okay, I'm trying to be nice about this.
Whoa. Let me step in here. I'll say this. It was for sure a bizarre world moment last night with his match. You know, Gable Steveson. Yeah, he did what he did in the past. I'm pretty sure that's why people don't like him. Yes, it took him 2 years to debut. Were the rumors true? Maybe, maybe not. But we know that he was weighing his options on school, Olympics, and WWE. As far as his match was rough. Did he have some bright points? Yes. Was it too long? Yes. Was the stuff after the fact too much? Maybe, because nobody is buying him right now. I feel like WWE needs to go back to the drawing board on Gable Steveson and paint him in a different light. What does Romeo say? So Gable Steveson has been on TV many times, and this is the first time he got a reaction like that. Something doesn't add up.
I mean, we're talking about Florida here.
It's not Florida. This is Texas. Huh?
No, the other crowd that he's talking about, where
oh
Steve's
yeah,
been on TV too many
Florida,
times.
where they eat everything up.
Yeah.
Especially in that building, they eat everything up.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. At the building, not the state.
And
Where they're at.
And again, and there's a percentage of that crowd in Florida who are plants.
That too. So they're paid almost to react a certain way, and people follow suit. Yes. But I feel like they need to go to the drawing board back with him. Paint him in a different light. Frantic World, yes, he was at WrestleMania. What WrestleMania was that? Was that 38? It was 38.
It was Texas too. I don't think did he get cheered? No, I think he got booed too there.
No, he got cheered, but it was because Randy Orton was there.
Oh yeah, he got the rub.
He got the rub. Yes.
Romeo said, "Yeah, he was on TV at SummerSlam, Raw,
so when did
WrestleMania, SmackDown, no boos."
So this.
So when did all of this stuff?
That's what I'm saying. When did that rumor that you guys are talking about? Yeah.
When I was looking at the articles, they were like September-ish of 2021. 2021.
So that was probably after all that then.
So what happened? Just Mike, if you can, don't say it, but just write it down in the private thing. So I can get like okay, 2019.
2019.
That's when the stuff happened.
But when did the release?
Allegedly. Yeah. But the articles came out around 2021. Somebody put it in the chat?
No, but I'm just trying to add the pieces together, like, you know.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat so you can get a big
What happened?
Oh, in the mud.
Oh, in the mud, huh? We in the mud. Let me see.
Okay, it's there.
Oh my goodness. Good God almighty.
Yeah.
Oh! You ever watch Bad Boys 2 when the captain was looking at the foot like, oh, like that? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, something's not right. I think
that risky.
Oh my goodness.
they need to do a hard reset on him again. And he just had his first match. They need to do a hard reset off of level 1. Late 20. That's what I said. September. Yeah. It was like September 2021 when
they need to really just sit there, like, you know what, and realize, and ask, is it really worth it? Because again, this is always going to be there, regardless that's there now. Whatever happened, again, none of us were there. We don't know, but it's out there, and that's going to live with him for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
and it's even more crazy because, oh my God, it's WWE.
Wow, that's too long.
But you all got to factor in the Fed. You know, they have all these sponsors, right? Don't be a bully, be a star, what have you. And the last thing you want. And again, take that away. Again, the guy wasn't Okada in his first match. I wasn't expecting him to be Okada, Bryan Danielson here. I wasn't. No, people were chanting, "You're not Kurt." Yeah, no shit, he's not Kurt Angle.
I think that could be it too. I don't think it could be necessarily
that he came out there in a singlet.
Yeah, it kind of resembled it, but it makes sense because he's a gold medalist.
But they didn't chant this to Chad Gable. They didn't chant this to him.
Because Chad Gable was a favorite on NXT. Like, he was the underdog.
Ever.
And he actually wrestles good in WWE terms.
Well, eventually Gable Steveson will too, because he has the intangibles. He has the raw talent.
Yeah.
But when you get this type of reaction out the gate, I think there's a hard reset that needs to be taken into consideration, and they need to wash his persona. Something. Hard reset. Tag him with his brother. His brother's there. Put him with his brother. Make his brother his heater. As a mouthpiece or something, because he can talk.
No. Don't do that.
Don't do that? Why not? He ain't doing nothing else.
We'll see. I mean, they're still continuing this Corbin feud, most likely. I thought he did okay. I thought he did decent for his first match. I didn't think he stunk up the joint. I don't know what the blues are necessarily for, but yeah, eventually we got to see more. Yeah, we got to see more of him. Like maybe a little more charisma. I mean, that's not gonna come easy. Oh my goodness! I'm simulating the 2K matches as well, and there's been 2 upsets so far.
I believe. Who are they?
Me and Block R.
Okay.
I'll post it on the Twitter.
How many blocks have you been through already?
Only one. This is the first one.
I believe he will turn it around and be a star. You heard it here first. What do you guys think? Listen, I do think
potential. There's potential.
Yes, there's potential.
But it's up to the WWE to put him in that position.
Yeah.
It starts with after this. It starts with after this. When you have a bad thing like this to happen, out the gate, it starts with this. Turn around, nip it in the bud.
Now, this by no means caught any ESPN moment, right? This wasn't on ESPN.
I don't think so.
Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson, nothing, right? Okay.
No, because why would you want to broadcast a draw?
Oh yeah, it's true. It did end up in a draw.
Yeah, it ended in a draw. Huh?
In a draw, bro. And I get it makes sense.
Yeah, he didn't win. And Corbin I don't know why Corbin couldn't take an L here, but whatever.
I guess because Baron Corbin is still developing this new character that he, whatever the fuck it is. And here you got Gable Steveson in his debut. You're not gonna have him fucking lose.
That's what I'm saying. But come on, Corbin could eat that loss.
I don't think it should have been that long though, but hey, you get what you get from these individuals, right? The match itself went about.
What was you about to say?
For these individuals.
Oh,
come on, what?
Hey, you know how to catch yourself. What the
these mother flowers? By the way, this match went about 6 minutes and 32 seconds.
In the mud.
What? What happened?
Nothing. Let's move on.
Anyway, move on from this match. We went too long on this match. What the fuck are we doing?
We went longer than the match itself.
It's underlying things with this match. So
this match we went long reviewing the match than the match itself. But from there we go on to the triple threat for the North American Championship. Dirty Dom Mysterio defending the North American Championship versus Wesley and Mustafa
Play the clip.
Ali.
Play the clip.
Play the clip. What was this?
Yes!
You guys were real cool in helping me plug my stuff the other day. Thank you. Now I got a Collision review and a Great American Bash review up on my channel, Spotify, iTunes, and Amazon and more. Guys, go check out Spaz in his review of Collision and Great American Bash over on his YouTube channel and also in the audio platforms as well.
Yes.
So thank you, Spaz, for the $20 Canadian donation. And again, if you guys want to feel generous like Spaz, hit the super chat and do the darn thing. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah. We're 40 minutes in. Do the damn thing.
What?
You said do the darn thing.
Yeah, do the darn, do the damn thing. You know what I'm.
Yeah,
come
do
on
the
now.
damn thing. Yeah.
Anyway.
Sometimes, Steve, you just gotta say fuck it.
Well, no more fooling around, okay, guys? No more fooling
around. No more fucking around, Steve.
Yeah, come
no
on,
more fucking
Steve.
around.
Why are you saying no more fooling around?
Well, we're advertised. We're monetized now. We got to be in good standards here. What if a sponsor's watching it? They hear me say no more fucking around, and the next thing you know, sponsor goes away.
Sponsor us though.
Sponsor, and then they go away. What if Blue Chew's watching us right now? Or
Blue Chew,
they don't care. Have you seen their ads? They don't care.
or what if Manscaped or what if Rejuvenator is watching us?
Rejuvenator, right.
Yeah, Manscaped don't care neither.
What if Eat Clean Bros watching us?
All right, we get it. Let's move on.
Anywho, triple threat for the North American Championship. I thought this match, oh, look at this, another one. Otro, another one. Well,
yeah.
Play the chat while I play the clip.
Yes!
Play the.
You fucking mark! Yes!
Well, I'm so confused. What just happened?
On Twitter saying Texas is racist just because the dude Corbin was over.
Oh yeah, they were cheering for Corbin instead of Gable Steveson. That was interesting too.
That had nothing to do with it, though. I think that's a stupid take. Like if you're,
no, it's not. I don't think it's racism, but Corbin was getting cheers, so maybe just they love Corbin instead of Steveson that much. I don't know. I'm not saying because of racism, but that is interesting how they were cheering for Corbin.
But thank you, Spaz, for the $5 Canadian donation as well.
Thank you, Spaz. Thank you. 20 plus $5 Canadian dollars.
We'll do the conversion later.
I can tell you the conversion.
I know the conversion. Come on, I know my currency.
So, triple threat match. I thought overall was a very very entertaining match. I loved their attempt to double team Dominic Mysterio, and it just went to no avail almost because again, Mustafa Ali and Wesley just went at each other as well. I did love the little spot where Rhea's on the apron and Wesley just did a dive on the outside onto Dominic Mysterio. I'll be honest here, I would have not had Wesley take the pin. That's just me.
Yeah.
Because you lost your belt by getting whacked in the head by a belt, and now here you are again getting whacked in the head with a belt. It doesn't help them saying the word whacked over the head after this past weekend watching the SummerSlam watch-alongs with Romeo and the gang and watching He Who Shall Not Be Named matches.
Oh, no.
It doesn't help.
Yeah, eradicated.
Eradicated?
Yeah. Remember, that's what Steve said on the stream? He called them eradicated instead of redacted.
Redacted, yes, redacted. But Wesley ate the pin. I wouldn't have done that, but it made sense to Dominic to retain here.
They're not gonna have the main roster person to eat the pin. Come on.
No, but Mustafa Ali,
even though he hasn't been on the main roster.
Yes, even though I know it's Mustafa Ali. To me, that's the book they're booking for some reason. And Wesley's been champion for a long time. Yeah, I thought it was a fun match. It wasn't anything crazy, but I thought all three played their part. Well, mostly, Ali and Wesley, had to carry the in-ring work. But, I thought Dom did fine for his role. Rhea getting involved wasn't too bad. I thought she did fine. Like I said, I probably would have went with Ali taking the pin too. But had a feeling they were going to have Wesley take the pin just because he's probably not going to contend for this title anymore. Who knows? Maybe he's going for better things. So it's okay, I guess, if that's where they're going. But I don't know what's next for Dom. Maybe it's Dragon Lee after we saw that segment after. But overall, I thought this was a good match.
You know what? I think Wesley's making his way up north, man. I think he's making the move, man. I think it's about that time. And you know what? I'll be for it. I'll be for it. That being said, where did that go from there? We'll see. But Mike, your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I thought the match was decent. It's probably the best. Probably the best Dominic Mysterio match out there to date, as far as singles competitiveness. Excuse me. How the match started was funny. Wanted to team up, but they can't because they can't coexist because it should have just been them two. But who wants to see that? Also, Mommy playing a part in the match. The ref acting like a goofball. Yeah, Mommy, in those jeans. Jesus Christ. You know how to make some black jeans look good.
In those jeans.
Oh, man. In the mud. In the mud.
In the mud.
But yeah, good to see Dom retain, which I knew he was going to retain. It's just I did not want to see Wesley take the pin. Should have been Mustafa, even though he's the main roster guy. But still, it's Mustafa.
Mustafa Ali, yes, absolutely. From there, they announced No Mercy's happening. That's the next NXT PLE.
Yeah, which it has a good logo too. Glad that's coming back.
It's gonna be in California. I forgot which city.
September
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield, California on September 30th. So it's literally gonna be in a month from now, almost. Like, that's crazy, bro.
September 30th? No, 2 months, man.
2 months from now.
Listen.
Tomorrow's August, okay? tomorrow's August, okay?
And September 30th is near October, man.
You know what okay, you know what? In the mud. God,
Walter, what did that visual look like?
I'll upload I'm gonna upload the clip. I'm gonna upload
That's
the clip.
crazy.
Yeah.
What clip?
The clip of the match that I just saw. It's a weird visual.
Okay. From there we go on to the submission match of Thea Hale, and Tiffany Stratton.
No, I'm kidding.
It's Thea Hall. Come on, get the name right. Thea Hall.
No, Thea Hale.
Yes, Thea Hale.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thea Hale
Thea.
versus Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship. Okay.
Oh boy, you're about to shag this.
No.
What? You're not?
Was it a good match? No, it was not. I feel like the moment you made this a submission match, you've limited what they both were able to do in the ring. Had this been a regular one-on-one match, I really feel like they could have took it to that next level. And they didn't even reach that yet. I feel like they were still stuck in gear one the entire match. I felt like Tiffany Stratton did not look good putting in the sharpshooter, putting in these submission moves. Granted,
that was a sharpshooter?
I don't know what that was.
No, that was a Boston Crab.
That was supposed to be a Boston Crab / line tamer.
Foggy mind Boston Crab because she got dropped on her head.
I'll say this, okay? To be fair, there's someone that said, "Oh, but you got to understand." Someone told me this literally today. Oh, Steve, you got to understand though, man. Tiffany Stratton doesn't do submission moves, so of course her moveset it'd be a little sloppy. You got to give her a pass, man. I'm like,
in the mud.
My mom,
what does submissions have to do with her moveset?
Because she doesn't do submission match.
So
it's her first submission match.
It was good to see her do some at least.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, to be fair, I don't think they should. I mean, I'm pretty sure Stu Hart was rolling in his grave right now. But other than that,
yeah. Oh, man, come on.
you know, but nonetheless, I thought the right person won. I wouldn't mind them going. I wouldn't mind seeing them go at it again, but this time in a regular one-on-one match on TV.
Yeah.
And yes, of course, Andre Chase threw in the towel.
And it wasn't white; it was red. Does that
red
count as a
towel.
loss?
Yeah, it was the in the mud towel. When you throw in the red towel, you in the mud.
That's the in the mud towel. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you. Why is this comment not popping up? Sean is testing his roster, right? Putting them in out of their comfort zone. Roxanne weapons match, Tiffany submission match, Carmelo physical match with Ilya, which we'll get into in a little bit here. Big Mike, your thoughts on the women's title match?
Yeah, man, I think you hit everything on the head. It was a little sloppy, a couple botches. They were a little slow. Couldn't get out of first gear. Did like to see some. I did like some finishes, not finishes, submissions that Tiffany Stratton did do on Thea Hill, like that little, what do you call it? Like it was like a Gordy stretch, I guess.
Elasso from El Paso.
Yeah,
That's what it reminded me of. Yeah.
Yeah, very good submission hold to look at. I didn't think she could do that. But yeah, very nasty Boston Crab. Very nasty. The worst Boston Crab in the business.
Oh man, in the mud.
Yes. Wow, I'm reading the results right now. Oh my goodness, it's incredible.
Incredible stuff in Block R. And that main event's gonna be even more spectacular with Cody and Kurt Angle.
We've seen that before. Well, we haven't seen it, but
it's a Battle of America.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Tiffany was botching because she was concussed from the landing on. Oh yeah, she did get dropped in her head too.
Yeah, that was it. She got dropped on her noggin. I said that was the foggy mind Boston Crab. Yeah. She couldn't grip. She couldn't figure out how to keep it locked.
Walter, your thoughts on the match, bro?
I think we forget sometimes that at the end of the day, this is still developmental. So it's going to be some rough patches. And this was one match. Not saying it was bad. I don't even think it was bad because Tiffany impressed me before the concussion. Like, oh, she had to be concussed. I'm sorry. Like, because before that, she was doing fine. I thought she was handling her well on her own. Thea did her part too. I mean, there was little slow moments before it too, but at the end of the day, you know, these two they're still learning. They're still learning. I'm not expecting a crazy 5-star classic match, you know, but I thought they did the best they can. It just sucks, you know, because once after that nasty bump that Tiffany took, the match did kind of like took sort of a nosedive because you know we had sloppy submissions, and then it looks like the chemistry wasn't going that well near the end. But you know, like I said, I thought they did their best to try to cover all that up, and you know it's a learning lesson. And Tiffany, you know, I think she's going to be great in the long run anyway. Her retaining was obviously going to happen, and you know, I think she's just gonna get better from here on. I think even for Thea Hale, you know, she's still really young, so she has a lot of room to improve. And yeah, at the end of the day, I think the match accomplished to see where these two are at right now. You know, and clearly they'll be in NXT for a little longer.
Yes, and then we get the main event: Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov for the NXT World Championship. This was a fucking fight, bro. This was a fight.
You're cursing now, huh?
A fight for life. They were fighting. They were not fucking around. They were fighting for their lives, yo. Bro, the chops that Ilya threw to Melo, bro. Oh, bro. It's like, how are they both still standing? How? It's crazy, bro. These two guys went out there and delivered a masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you wouldn't expect that from NXT. Well, not this reincarnation of NXT. If it was black and gold, oh my God, it would be.
That's common. Yeah.
Yes, it's the norm. But the fact that it kind of brought me back to a little bit of black and gold. You know,
you love the black and gold.
didn't we all?
Yeah, sometimes.
Didn't we all though? I mean, come on.
It had its benefits, but it wasn't really developmental. It was like an indie fed.
So, on a budget. It was Ring of Honor before on a budget basically. Before Ring of Honor became on a Ring of Honor on an upscale budget. But when it's all said and done, Melo retained after hitting the leg drop off the top rope and retained this title. Again, I was happy with the result. I thought these two guys went out there and just tore the house down. Big Mike, your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, man, this match was a banger. Really enjoyed this match. All the O's and oohs and ahs we was doing on the watch along because of the craziness of Ilya dragging off and the sheer talent and athleticism of Carmelo Hayes. Just a banger of a match. I'm actually gonna rewatch that match soon because that was a really good match. I rarely rewatch matches, but that's one match I have to rewatch. Really good match. Really enjoyed it. What about you, Walter?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that match, I expected it to be good, but for it to be in that level, that was great. Like Melo needed a type of match like this. Not saying Melo is bad or anything in the ring. He's pretty good, but this was a true test to if he could hang with true in-ring workers that put classic matches in the past, like Ilya has, like guys like that. Can you hang with him? And like Romeo said earlier in the comment, to prove how physical he can get, Melo was eating all those chops all night, and Melo was returning the favor. I'm pretty sure Ilya pushed him to his limits, basically. And the match could have went on longer. So it could have went on longer, but it's fine. It was fine for what it was. I'm not gonna complain. Like
me neither.
It's crazy how these two connected so well because they're both talented, but it's a first time ever match, and for a first time, because I think it's their first time ever facing each other. I think, and that
we might want to fact check that because
you can fact check
probably
it.
Faced each other on Indies.
On a major pay-per-view. This is the first time ever.
Yeah. First time,
and they knocked it out the park. There was moments where I thought Ilya was gonna win, but Melo, the cutter from the top rope, beautiful. I thought
that should have been the finish.
So that could have been the finish. Just like in 2K, he finishes people with that move. So I don't know why he couldn't do it there, but it's all right. You could do the Melo don't miss leg drop. No, good stuff, and I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch, of course. So I'm all for it, but yeah, no, Melo did his thing, Ilya did his thing. They both delivered. It was a great way to close the show.
Yes, indeed it was, and that was NXT. Before we go on to the other stuff, I want to do a quick rapid fire. Yes, SmackDown was also on Friday. Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. For the finale, or that, you know what I mean, the winner gets a shot at the U.S. title. Santos Escobar won, but not how he's supposed to win. Rey did suffer an injury, and as a result, Santos Escobar advances, and now he'll face Austin Theory 2 weeks from now on SmackDown, which is kind of a letdown.
A week after SummerSlam.
You would think Theory would defend the title at SummerSlam, but no. I mean, it's kind of a letdown, in my opinion. Also on the show, they announced a SummerSlam. A battle royal. The SummerSlam Battle Royal. They announced the SummerSlam Battle Royal, and two official entrants are LA Knight and Sheamus. They'll have a match this Friday on SmackDown. And of course, we did get the face-to-face between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, where Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa beat the bricks off of Jey Uso. So there was that as well. And yes, everyone knows I'm a sucker for a battle royal.
Yes, I know you enjoyed that announcement. At least they got LA Knight on the card. I know it's not the US title, stupid, but whatever. But I guess it's better than nothing.
It's a Slim Jim battle.
They learned their lesson. They had to have him on the card this year.
It's the Slim Jim battle royal. Oh yeah.
Yes, Slim Jim. No, not Macho Man. It's just a Slim Jim battle royal.
Snap it to a Slim Jim.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not sponsored by Macho Man.
I know. Collision, Walter. Collision, you were there. Your overall thoughts on the show, bro?
From a live experience, because I did not watch the playback.
Do you ever watch playback when you
sometimes I do. I did watch videos to see how many times I saw myself, and it was a pretty good amount of times. Overall, I had fun. You know, just like the Jersey show, I had fun. I don't want to. I'm not gonna say which one's better, which one was like. You know, they were both fun to me. But the card itself, match quality wise, yes, the Connecticut show was a banger.
The Jersey show in the mud.
Well, the Jersey show was more like to build storylines. I feel like more centric towards Punk, and in a way that was good. But CT, obviously, we had the anticipated tag team match. Adam Cole, MJF. You can't break them up anytime soon. And I feel like I love what they did at the end too. Yeah, get that tease going. I'm like, yes, he's not gonna hit him. I know he's not gonna hit him, and he doesn't hit him. And it's perfect. I'm like, okay, so let's see where they go from there. The opening ladder match was fun with I was about to call him Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews and Andrade. They
killed it, bro.
They did their thing, and Julia Hart took a nice spot.
Who won
Andrade won. He got his mask back.
Let's go.
Yeah, Julia Hart. You know, I'll give her credit for that bump too. I
gotta watch Collision, man. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
it was a good show. For the most part, it was good. I mean, you could avoid the Samoa Joe gravity match and the
I'm not watching
action. I'm not ready. Yeah, the women's match was okay. I mean, it's just to build up. It was Mercedes Martinez against Kiera Hogan. It's nice to see Kiera Hogan. I forgot she's in AEW, so I'm like, oh fuck, I guess. And then obviously the Punk promo with Ricky Starks. I love that segment. He brought back the X. He had the belt. He's straight edge again. Well, he's always been straight edge, but he's making sure that you guys know he's straight edge now. For sure.
And also they announced next week is gonna be next Saturday. It's going down, man. Ricky Starks versus CM Punk for the supposed world heavyweight title with special guest referee Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Let me just say special referee is Ricky because he has a history with CM Punk. He refereed one of Punk's matches in Ring of Honor and all that stuff. So there's history there. So two things I want to say. Okay, two things I want to say. The idea that Tony Khan is ballsy enough to have all this go down next Saturday live as SummerSlam is going down.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Wrong
and number
clip.
2.
I don't think that's the right clip you should have played.
No, that's it. I said 2 clips.
That risky.
Yeah, I don't want to say 2-pack fast. I mean, the show's probably gonna be good.
And that's that.
Just that risky. That's it.
But the fact that you're making fans. Okay, you know what? Fuck SummerSlam. We're not watching it. Instead,
whoever's saying that is a dickhead. I'm
sorry. That's basically what you're making fans do. You're saying to everyone, okay, fuck the Fed show. We're going to Collision, man. Yeah. Screw Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. That's what you're telling people right now. You know what? I don't want to see Roman and Jey.
What do you expect them to do, though? I mean,
I want to go see CM Punk and Ricky Stark
at the end of this
fake world title.
What was Tony Khan gonna do? Phone it in this week? I mean, what could he really? I mean, for next week, what could he really do?
Well, we've noticed a trend when bigger stuff happens. around the time he wants to do a show or he has to do a show.
First, wait, we need a rant. We need a mini rant here because, bro, instead of focusing on Collision, great. I love that he focused on Collision. All In is less than a month away. No fucking matches announced. No, I can't even tell you what All In match is going to happen because they're not building any fucking matches. And then you got All Out the week after. It makes no sense. What is this guy doing?
Zero sense.
AEW 200, and you're throwing these random ass man. Vikingo and Commander, great wrestlers, but why are we seeing that against Aussie Open? Like, what's the point of that? How does that even define AEW?
Like, bro, you had Chase said this to a T the other day, and I agree. You have in your possession arguably one of the best wrestlers on the planet today in El Hijo de Vikingo, and you're putting him in these meaningless matches on television.
I didn't even get to watch that match because it only went 4 minutes, I think. That match in Collision where Vikingo was involved. It's
like, bro, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to give this guy exposure, but instead you're downgrading him. You are downgrading El Hijo del Vikingo, his stock value, by having him wrestle in these meaningless matches. Oh, yes, I'm pretty sure Vikingo loves wrestling in America. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure he does. But this is not doing any fucking favors. Again, you're making fans, say, you know what? I don't want to watch SummerSlam. Arguably one of the biggest shows of the year. I don't give a fuck if you are.
I can't fault Tony for that. He could do whatever he wants with his card, bro. No, it doesn't matter.
The problem is, I'm pretty sure Tony was trying to go out of his way to make this show happen earlier. The problem is it's a live show. That's the problem. Number one, this show is live. It's not like Rampage where, you tape it on the Wednesday after Dynamite, the same day. You can air whatever the fuck you want. You can't do that with Collision, And that's and again, don't be surprised, dude, if you see 200,000 viewers, bro.
That's what I'm expecting.
Don't be surprised.
I'll give them.
That's
threes.
What I'm expecting.
Maybe high threes.
No.
And also,
if Rampage could get threes, I think Collision could at least stay
bro.
afloat.
No, bro. On a Saturday, SummerSlam weekend. And
also factor in Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz.
That's after though. That's not gonna be.
Oh man,
it's not gonna be the same time as fucking. I need to see the Collision ratings for tomorrow because they had competition against the prelims for UFC and then I guess the boxing prelims. So I'm interested to see those ratings tomorrow.
Yeah. So let's get into the boxing. Let's get into the boxing real quick. Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford went down this past Saturday live from the T-Mobile Arena, man. And I was still under the impression, man, that it still didn't happen. I was still under the impression, dude, that the fight wasn't happening until I saw them both in the ring. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was still under that impression, like, okay, I'll believe this fight when it happens, right? That was just my whole thing, and it actually happened. Should have happened years ago, right? This was to unify, I guess, the welterweight division. Yes, it was, and
should have happened before the accident.
Yeah, it should have. Yes, but still, and that's at this point, that's here or there.
Out of our control now.
Yeah, it's out of our control now. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Yo, Errol Spence took a complete ass whooping." I'm not trying to say
ass whooping.
No. Yes, he did, and to be fair, there are moments in the fight where he had his moments. It's like he gave his shots in as well. Granted, Terrence Crawford was just more prepared. Terrence Crawford, I don't want to say that he wanted it more. Right?
No, he wanted it more because if you go through years of people, you go through years of people saying, "Oh, you're a duck. Oh, you're a duck. You're ducking. You're ducking." And then, honestly, I think he saw something in his last fight where he was like, I can beat him. Because honestly, since the accident, Errol Spence has took a step back. Slight step back.
I mean, he's gotten wins though. I mean, he's won. I mean,
He's gotten wins, but he's took a step back. Just a step back.
No, here's the thing. Crawford's just a better fight. I think he's just a better boxer too, because Spence. It's not like he was doing track. I felt like Spence was trying his best, and like I felt like if this was against any other boxer, he probably had a good chance of winning. But no, you were facing the probably now pound for pound best boxer.
Which Charlo brother is fighting Canelo?
I think Jermell.
It's Jermell. Okay, so Bud is banking on Jermell to beat Canelo. Yeah. He's banking on him because he was talking trash to him, saying that you're next before the fight, before one of the rounds started.
But yeah, Spence, I think pre-accident could have been a lot better. Could have been a closer fight, probably.
Yeah, but, so Canelo fighting Jermell Charlo.
That's September, right?
September 30th. The same day.
Is that the same day as
No Mercy?
Oh, in the mud, No Mercy. What are you doing? What are you doing, NXT? I mean, NXT's gonna end before that.
Am I working that day?
NXT's gonna end before that.
So, by the time it ends, dude, Canelo's already entering the ring.
Yeah.
So, what's crazy is like Mike said, for a year people said, "Oh, Bud Crawford been ducking."
Wait, Canelo's fighting on a Sunday?
On a Saturday?
No,
30th is a Saturday.
The 30th is a Wednesday.
Saturday, September 30th.
We're in the mud. Oh, it's on a Saturday. Wait, why is NXT back to Saturday?
Oh, wait a minute.
Again?
Hold on.
I'm so confused.
I'm tripping. I'm looking at the wrong one.
Why is NXT? I don't get it. They just had a Sunday paper yesterday, right? Today's Monday.
Honestly, I prefer that. I prefer to be a Saturday.
I just wanted to be consistent. That's all. Stop going Sunday, Saturday, Sunday.
I am not working that weekend. I am ordering that fight. We're partying.
Yeah, I'm not fucking. For Canelo fights, I always watch.
Mike gonna be coming. Mike gonna come on the stream with a sombrero on.
Facts. I'll be an honorary Mexican, bro.
Well, I always watch Canelo fights, so I never miss those.
Be like Brock Lesnar coming out to the mariachi band.
Mike about to order a whole case of Jarrito. About to order some Chipotle.
Hey, bro. I had one yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know what UFC event was on, but I think that was the same as Canelo fighting. I think it was the May card, right? The Cejudo card. Yeah. I don't remember. It was one of those cards.
The first knockdown, like, oh wow, I thought it was a slip.
The second one, I looked at that. You talking about in the third round, right? That first knockdown in the third round.
The first, I'm like, oh, okay.
No, I think he knocked him down. I think he knocked him down there. Because he hit him with that. He hit him with that right cross, and he went back. Like his head, like he was like that.
Yeah.
I feel just lost.
Then the last knocked him. Oh, bro, he flew, dude. It was like, yeah, bro, it's over.
Ninth round, the 7th, 8th, and 9th round was like, ugh.
It was bad, dude.
It was brutal.
Eminem walked Crawford to the ring. Didn't
very
sing,
unexpected. Very unexpected.
They didn't even sing. They just played his music as they were walking to the ring. But yeah, man, congrats to Terrence Crawford. He caught the big fish. Came out with a fish net, which was hilarious too. Now let's get on to UFC 291 that went down this also on Saturday. I thought it was a crazy ass card, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. UFC 291 was a great card. And I did not mind, again, I didn't win any money, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Just to break this down here real quick. Where's this at here? Where is this at here? Try to find my darn results here. Here we go. Kevin Holland versus Michael Chiesa. Kevin Holland, bro, at welterweight is amazing, bro. locked in the submission hold Michael Chiesa, and Chiesa tapped out. Kind of sucks because Chiesa from Utah, it's his hometown. You expect him to, to give a little more, and it didn't happen. But congrats to Kevin Holland. Congrats to him. From there, you had Bobby Green versus Tony Ferguson. Another loss.
Time for Ferguson to hang it up.
No, here's the thing. I you know what? I want. If he's gonna go out, let him have one more.
An impromptu fight, like last minute fight.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. But the thing is, though.
Damn, he should have been hung it up. Why is he still fighting?
Both guys needed a win. Both guys needed to win, and obviously, Bobby was the better fighter. There was discussion about the eye poke, I believe, early on in the fight by Bobby Green to Tony Ferguson. But other than that, listen, bro, Tony Ferguson got choked out. Look at this, Alan in the chat here. Man, I just got here, and where you guys at? Why have the dishes not been washed yet, Steve?
Damn.
All right, Alan
was a manager.
Alan just made it in time, bro. We got the plates, we got the water with your name on it. Get the washing, brother. Get the washing.
Oh,
get the washing, brother.
It's the fuck.
You get a free plate. Get a free hot plate.
Damn, Steve, you're about to face your idol, Macho Man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, a little thinking. Yeah, little heel Steve's going down. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho.
But good. Listen, it sucks for Tony Ferguson. I mean, listen, I would love to, if I do think though they should give him one more fight for what he's done for the sport, right?
Why?
But give him a proper send off. Give him a proper send off here.
Not everyone gets proper sends offs.
I'm not. Throw him let him put a tomato can.
That's proper to you.
And then hang him up.
Taking the easy way out.
Why not, bro? Derek Lewis versus Roger de Lima. Derek Lewis, bro. He knew what he needed to do, bro. First of all, my man looked like he's in amazing shape.
Yeah, he got abs.
He got abs, bro. He got abs.
He heard his post-match interview.
Oh, what did he say this time?
He gonna do with his girl? Yeah.
He said, wifey, when I come home, you know what I'm about to do, so get ready.
Oh, boy. What a lucky lady.
Bro, he finished
die.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt big time.
That's what she gonna sound like too. Oh.
No. Actually, Mike. Actually, this was her first initial quote was gonna be.
Come on.
You probably took her to Pound Town.
So he won in 33 seconds. Listen, factor this in as well. They're in Salt Lake, high altitude. So you got to get it done in one round. He did. So good for him on that. And supposedly now he's now a free agent.
Oh, to the PFL he goes.
Nah. He does want to stay in the UFC.
He does.
He does. He wants to.
They probably pay him good under the table, huh?
I mean, here's the thing with him. He doesn't.
Under the table.
He doesn't seem like he's a guy that wants to fight for the world title or be in the main event. He just wants the bag.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, this is Poirier, right?
No, I'm talking about Derek Lewis.
Oh, Derek Lewis.
Well, they pay him under the
he
table
just likes
too,
to be, a bash and beat him up type of attraction.
I'm sure if PFL or my bad, Bellator or ONE FC would have thrown him the bag, hey man, or BKFC for that matter. Hey, here's the bag, man.
BKFC?
Bare knuckle.
Oh,
I was gonna say,
who the fuck
Burger King,
Whopper,
Burger King FC.
Imagine Whopper,
Burger King fried chicken.
Imagine if Burger King sponsored Derek Lewis. Hey, Derek.
I'll take that Whopper. I'll take them free Whoppers any day. What?
I know I would too. And then the co-main event, Alex Pereira make debut at 205 versus the former light heavyweight champion Jan Blachowicz. I mean, listen, wasn't really the most exciting fight of them all. I was expecting more from these two guys, but again, I must remember they're fighting at high elevation. So fatigue was going to be a big deal, and it was. And I thought the right decision was made. I thought Alex Pereira did win the fight. I thought it was the right call. Walter, you made it in time for this fight, right?
No, I did not.
Oh, you're in the mud. And then we got the main event, Justin Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier, El Diamante, for the BMF title. I'll be honest, going into this, I had Dustin Poirier winning. I did. I had him winning this fight.
What was he the favorite?
Yeah, I mean, in people's eyes, people were expecting him to win, and he got caught with the kick. It's kind of crazy, right? To think a year ago to this date, in the same city, in the same building, Leon Edwards caught Kamaru Usman with the kick to win the welterweight title. Headshot, bang, right?
Edward Scissorhands.
And which, you think about it as well. Kamaru didn't see that kick, didn't see it coming. If you watch the replay of Gaethje's kick to Dustin, Dustin, he had it blocked. It just so happened that the kick was so
powerful,
so powerful that it just dropped him basically. But he had it covered, like he had his hand up and shit. But it happens,
basically, it was basically like that. He knocked himself out.
Some would say, but no, I think again, it just happens. Listen, that being said, for Gaethje, honestly, I waited it out. From the looks of it, they're likely. Well, aren't they doing it officially? Aren't they doing Charles Oliveira? Oh yeah, Charles. Isn't that the next fight though for Oliveira though?
Yeah, I think is he on a fight night or is it the next pay-per-view?
No, it's UFC 294.
I don't know, but that first round was really fun to watch. And it looked like Poirier was gonna get him, but no, that kick that finished him off completely. That kick was so, and the way Herb Dean slides in, I think he made it even worse.
Yeah, he just did the people's elbow and
obliterates this guy with a sliding people's elbow.
The fuck is he doing? The fuck are you doing, Herb?
No more effing around.
He got knocked out and they got woke up by Herb.
Dustin Poirier got knocked the fuck out.
Oh my god, this block S on ATP Gaming.
In the mud, huh?
No, it's very competitive.
Hey, I do that 6 days of the week already, Steve. Man, at least make me cook or something. Then
in the mud.
Come on. Want to be a busboy? I'll make you the busboy. Make you
busboy.
I'm pretty sure he does that too.
Who's ready for Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz this Saturday night after SummerSlam? We can do a little quick prediction on that if you want, real quick. Listen, my heart says Nate Diaz, yo.
Your heart.
I'm going with Nate Diaz on this one. I know Jake's been training and all that stuff, and I'm really hoping here that Nate Diaz taking this shit seriously.
Yeah,
he is.
I will know.
Too much,
he is not taking this here. Dude walked out in the presser.
Yeah,
you're asking way too much.
He's getting knocked out. Third round.
You think Jake Paul win this fight, bro?
Third round top.
He is. I think Jake Paul will win the fight.
You think Jake Paul?
He needs a bounce back win. If he doesn't win after this, it's time for him to hang it up.
Oh yeah, he's done if he doesn't win. I mean, I want Nate Diaz to win, but he ain't winning.
Listen, but Nate Diaz though knows the vibe. He knows what's up. He knows what this is about.
Payday. You want pay?
There you go.
That's what it's about.
Most money he probably made in a fight.
I mean, he's already set, but yeah, absolutely. But I do think, though, again, for Nate Diaz, hey, man, the idea of losing to a YouTuber is not a good image for your reputation.
Are we still considering Jake Paul as just a YouTuber?
He ain't just a YouTuber.
I
now.
know that, but here's the thing: in the eyes of everyone, he still does content. He's still a content creator. He's still, I'll say this: out of all the YouTubers that are doing boxing, he's the one guy that has taken it serious. He's the one guy who has elevated that whole thing, right? Not taking anything away from. Not taking anything away from the KSIs of the world or any of the other guys, but Jake Paul at the end of the day is doing the darn thing. Has fought big names, right? Granted, MMA fighters, right? The Nate Robinsons of the world. Yeah, he's a basketball player. The Ben Askren, the Tyron Woodleys, right? The Anderson Silvas of the world, and then he fought Tommy Fury.
Yeah, he messed around and found out.
He fucked around. He found out. Yep. He found out real quick. So this is a bounce back fight. And again, Nate Diaz, bro, ain't no joke, man. And right now, look at the odds for this right now. Look at the odds of this right now. Odds? Jake Paul is a minus 390. Nate Diaz is a plus 280.
Ain't giving him no shot.
No shot. No disrespect, yo. They're doing Nate Diaz dirty. So, Big Mike, likely one of them got to bring a cord. Walter bring the iPad. We're going to be watching the fight live from Ford Field.
No, I'll bring the Apple TV like I did on Vegas.
We're going to do a live reaction. Live reaction. Of the fight.
That's why you want me to bring the... Screw that. I'll bring the Apple TV to watch the ECW,
There you go. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Watch ECW. That's the trend.
No, I think I might do. You said ECW or WCW. We might do WCW 2000.
I guess that works. That's just as bad.
Yeah, we'll watch TNA. We'll watch some.
Peacock. Has to be Peacock. Hey. Peacock stuff.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like we covered everything that we needed to cover. Right? We covered a lot. Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, of course we did. This is going to conclude today's service. Want to thank you all for tuning in. If you are new, once again, to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. You can follow Around the Point Network on X at AT Network. Follow me on X at Heel Steven. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, tomorrow, the Raw Rundown at 6:05 p.m. Then later on in the night, ATP Gaming, ATP G1 will go down tomorrow. Night number 6 will go down tomorrow. And yes, we're on our way to SummerSlam, man. Thursday will be our prediction show because we won't be here on Friday. And Monday, we'll be back here in the office reviewing SummerSlam from Steve's Kitchen. Big Mike, let them know where can they check you out.
Yeah, you can follow me on X at Detroit Gamer 313, and here every single day on the Around the Point Network. Yeah.
And Walter, where could they check you out? You could check me out on X at Hey I'm Walter. I almost slipped up there. Wow. Yeah, but on X at Hey I'm Walter.
Look at this. It's 3 X accounts. What do you call that?
Something that I watch every day, every morning.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have X videos on my account. So
God damn it. That cokehead. Oh, I always record. I always record him before every show, like before Collision started. He got excited just like in Jersey. He's like, yeah, we're going live. 2 minutes.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
It didn't sound like that.
See him riled up. He's like shaking the mic and it's like,
I can't believe you guys are here. I love it. It's why I always record it because I know I'm gonna record Tony Khan before the show starts. He's always gonna be all fucking fired up.
He always
let's fucking go.
His dad
even worse.
He always talks about his dad being in the auto industry when he comes here.
Oh wow, no, you don't say anything like that here.
With that being
Well,
said,
it's
guys,
the auto industry in Detroit, so he's not
That
going to
is
say it
true.
anywhere else.
My dad loves Ford.
Thank you, Detroit, for making it a bigger cup. We miss you guys.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching Steve's Kitchen.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
I do want to try that Hell's Kitchen in Foxwoods, though. I might have to take a visit.
it's pretty good.